Hold on. Say it again.
It's the AK Practical final video. We're going to start off with the pelvic region. So first thing I'm going to do is try to find an indicator muscle. So I'm going to test the hamstrings, which this one's strong. I want to make sure it's a good muscle to use. So I'm going to challenge it, see if it goes weak. It does go weak, so I know this is a good muscle to use. And I'm going to have my patient put both their hands back here on the SI joints. I'm going to retest the muscle, and it goes weak. So that'll tell me that the problem's here. Then I'm going to localize the hands, see if we can figure out where it's at. Retest the muscle, strong. On the other side, retest the muscle, weak. So I know this is the weak muscle. I'm going to check up top, see if any of these tender.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an indication as well. And I'm going to stress test it. It's weak. So this will fix it. And it's strong. So that tells me to get my pelvic blockers, put this one downward at a 45 degree, making this one connect. Check. These should probably feel a little bit better. Do they feel a little better? Okay. Good. Then from here, I'm just gonna let them sit there. They're breathing. It'll help it fall into place, or time will whisper it in. If I want to speed up the process, what I can do is come to the ish tube on the opposite side and give it about 10 pumps. Then I'm going to retest the muscle, see if it's fixed it, which it is. It's strong. So I'm going to take the pelvic blockers out. I'm going to make sure that we still don't have a problem, so you can put both your hands in the SI joints again. I'm going to test the muscle. Strong. Make sure the ribs, how are the ribs feeling?
Good.
Better?
Yeah.
Sweet. Now I'm going on to category 2, SI. I'm going to find my indicator muscle, so for this one I use the rectus femoris. If I can get you to hold. Strong. Challenge it. Get you to hold. Weak. So that's a good indication that I can use this muscle. So what I'm going to do is have my patient TL their SI. So we'll start off with the left SI. I'll have them hold. It goes weak. So we're going to go to the right SI. Hold. It stays strong. So that's an indication that the left side's the one we're dealing with here. And so what I'm going to do is test it myself. So I'm going to push up on the SI, hold, and it goes weak. We'll push up, rebound challenge on the ish tube, hold, and stay strong. So that tells me that when I get my blockers, I'm going to put them 90 degrees to the spine, one under the ish tube, and the other one on the opposite SI. I'm going to leave that there, allow it to whisper in. When I think that it's about ready, I'm going to test it. So my patient hold, and it stays strong. I'll take these out, have him re-TL his left, and it stays strong, so I know it worked. Now we're on pelvic category 2, symphysis pubis. The muscle I'm going to be using is sartorius for this one. We go here. Okay, if I can have you resist, strong. I'm going to challenge it, have you resist. It goes weak, so that's a good indication that I can use this muscle. So what I'm going to have you do is find your pubic symphysis, which is the bone kind of above your private parts. Okay, if I can keep your hand there, we're going to localize it and resist, and it goes weak. So that tells me that there's a problem with the pubic symphysis, so we're going to further evaluate it. What I'm going to do is a rebound challenge. So I'm going to hit the right SI and the left ish. And that goes weak. So I'm going to hit the left ish and the right SI. And that goes strong. So that tells me that I need to put my first blocker a little bit lower on this side, where the ischial tuberosity, 90 degrees to the spine, and the other one higher at the SI joint. Okay, so from here, we're going to kind of let it sit in, fall. On this one, what we're going to do is put some movement within the leg. So on the low block side, we're going to go inferior medial lateral. And on the high block side, we're going to go superior lateral medial. Then we're going to retest it. Strong. Retest it. What TL? If you could TL. Strong. We're going to take the blocks out and retest it one more time. Strong. Alright, moving on to category number 3, pelvic category. For this one, we use hamstring, which I've tested is strong. I've challenged it, and it's gone weak, so that's my indication that it's a good muscle to do. So the first thing I'm going to get on the left, L5, opposite ilium, test it, and stay strong. I'm going to come on the right, opposite ilium, and it goes weak. So from there, I'm going to put pelvic blocker at 90 degrees of spine. This one as well. And ask the patient, if you feel anything tender here?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to move this pelvic blocker down until they don't feel anything tender. Just kind of gradually move it. Right there?
Yeah, it's starting to go away.
So I'm going to use it at that point. From now, we're just going to let it sit there and whisper in as they're relaxing. What we can do is also check the sacral fault on the inspiration and expiration. So for that one, I'm going to have my patient take a deep breath in and stay strong, and then all the way out, and it goes weak. So I need to fix it on that. I'm going to come to the apex. Have my patient take a deep breath in, and then move with it on the way out. In, out. One more in, out. Okay, I'm going to retest it. Take a deep breath in. Strong, all the way out. Strong. So I know that's fixed. I'm going to re-challenge this. Strong. Strong, so now it works. I'm going to take the pelvic blockers out, retest it without the pelvic blockers. Strong. Strong. Alright, now I'm on the cranial category. I'll be doing the inhalation and exhalation. Assist. So for this one, I need to find an indicator muscle. I'm going to use the pecsternal. I'm going to have you hold. Strong. Hold. Goes weak, so that's a good indication that I can use this muscle. I'm then gonna, when my patient inhales, apply pressure upward on the mastoid process 4 to 5 times every time they breathe. Okay, and I'm gonna check. I think that's a little weak, so I'm gonna do each side. Strong, do the right side. Goes weak. So to fix that, I'm going to come down here on the right mastoid, and every time they breathe in, I'm going to be applying pressure, P to A, again on the mastoid process. Three to 4 times. There's 4. I'm going to rebound challenge it, push it P to A. Stay strong. Just double check and rebound challenge the other side. Stay strong. So now I'm going to do exhalation. On this one, I'm going to get on the anterior portion of the mastoid process, be pushing A to P. So I'm going to get my indicator muscle. That's strong. And that's weak. So I know that the left side's going to be the one I'm going to use. So again, on exhalation, I'm going to push downward pressure from A to P. We're going to do this 4 to 5 times. 5 times. And we're going to retest it, rebounding. Again, A to P. stay strong. Double check the other side, stay strong. So now we're doing the spheno-basilar inspiration and expiration. For the inspiration one, well, first off, I don't have any gloves, and just for the sake of cleanliness, I'm just gonna show you where I would be in the mouth when I do this. But the first thing we do is find our indicator muscle, which is my pec clavicular, and I've already established that it's strong in the clear and it goes weak. So for this one, we're going to be pushing on the right side rebound challenge, 2 locations. We're going to be pushing P to A on the mastoid, and then with my other hand I'd be inside his mouth and I'd be pushing I to S on the hard palate, and I would do this on inspiration and I'd retest. It'd go weak, and then I'd do the other side, putting my hand in, pulling, retest, stay strong. So I knew that he had it on the right side. So for this one, I'd be on his inspirations, I'd be pushing P to A on the mastoid and pushing I to S on the hard palate with my hand inside the mouth. And I'd be doing this on his inspirations, again, 4 to 5 times. Then I'd check it. I'd like to check it in the clear first to make sure the muscle's still working. Then pressure test it again. P to A on the mastoid, I to S on the hard palate, on the right side. It stays strong, so I know it's fixed. So then we go on to the expiration. And for this one, we'll be pushing A to P on the mastoid. We'll be going in the mouth on the maxilla and pulling anteriorly. So I'd do the first one on the left, test it, it goes weak. Second one on the right, A to P on the mastoid, anterior on the maxilla, retest it, stay strong. So I know the problem's on the left side. So for this one, I'd be correcting on exhalation, pushing A to P on the mastoid and anterior on the maxilla, my hand in the mouth. I'm doing this one on expiration. 1, 2, breathe out, 3, breathe out, 4 to 5 times on this one. Then I'm gonna test it again. Just do the rebound challenge. A to P, anterior on the maxilla. Stay strong. I know it's fixed. Okay, now we're doing the glabellar cranial fault. We're sticking to the pec clavicular muscle that we know is a good indicator muscle. For this one, I'm going to get on my patient's EOP and glabella, approximate them together. I'm going to be doing this while they're breathing through their nose. So breathe through your nose, and I'm going to check. And strong. I'll breathe through your mouth. Check. It goes weak. So I know the problem is with them breathing through their mouth. So to fix this, I'll be fixing it while they're breathing through their mouth only. And on this one, what I would do is get back on that EOP and the glabella, approximating them together. This time I'm going to add in a little bit of S to I to C1 through 3. And I'm going to be doing this as they're breathing in through their mouth 4 to 5 times. Okay. Then I'm going to have them actually, I'm going to recheck it, the rebound, breathe into your mouth, test, and stay strong, just to make sure nothing else went wrong as well. I'm going to have them breathe through their nose this time while I do it, make sure that stayed strong, test, and stay strong. Okay, now we're doing the temporal bulge cranial fault. For this one, we're sticking to our same indicator muscle, the pec clavicular, which I already established the good indicator muscle. So the first thing I'm going to do is approximate my patient's, we'll stick to the right side. We're going to approximate my patient's occipital cranial bone and frontal bone together. And test. Strong. Do the opposite side. Test. Goes weak. So for this one, we're going to check it counterclockwise and clockwise. So first I'm going to go clockwise on these, check it, strong, counterclockwise on these, weak. So I know I'm working with this, so I'm going to work in the counterclockwise direction for this while I'm doing it. I'm going to need to do it 4 to 5 times, but I'm going to have to do it on my patient's half-held inspiration. So my patient take a half a breath in and hold it while I do this 4 to 5 times. Take a half a breath, hold it. I'll be going clockwise and again 4 to 5 times. Good, now I'm gonna recheck it. Rebound check, so going clockwise, which made it weak initially. Check now, it's strong. All right, now we're doing the parietal descent, sticking with the pec clavicular muscle as our indicator muscle. I'm going to check the indicator muscle, it's strong. I'm going to stress it, it goes weak, so that lets me know that it's still a good indicator muscle to use. For this one, I'll be rebound challenging the parietal by flicking I to S. We'll start with the right side, check, strong, left side, goes weak. Since it went weak on the left side, I'll be using the left side. So for this, what I'm going to do, stabilize the right parietal and apply pressure I to S on the left side. I'm going to make sure my fingers are crossed so I don't jam any sutures. I'll be doing this on my patient's half-held inhalation. Have you take half a breath in, hold it. Repeat this 4 to 5 times, and then recheck it. So I'd rebound check it, flicking the left side, I to S. Stay strong.
3.
All right, we're on the parietal descent still using our indicator muscle as our pec clavicular, which we've already checked, and it's a good clavicular, a good indicator muscle. So the first thing we're going to do is rebound. I'm going to flick I to S on the right parietal, test it, strong. Do the same thing on the left parietal, test it, goes weak. That lets me know that the left side's going to be the side that we're going to be working on. So to fix this, I'm going to be applying I to S pressure on the left parietal while stabilizing the right parietal, making sure my thumbs are crossed so I don't jam any sutures together. And I'm going to be doing this on my patient on a exhalation hold, and we're going to exhale. I'll have to do this 4 to 5 times to get good results. Then we're going to pressure chest it again. Left side, I to S, parietal. Strong, so we know it worked. Alright, now we're doing the internal and external frontal cranial fault. We're using the same indicator muscle as our pec clavicular. So for this one, I'd rebound challenge. On this one, I'm going to rebound challenge on the cheek, going A to P. And then I'm going to test left side, strong, right side goes weak. So to fix this, I'd be going in with gloves inside the mouth and going to the right side of the palate, pushing I to S for 30 seconds. And I'm also working on the pterygoid, S to I, for 30 seconds, and then the contralateral side pterygoid, I to S. Then I'd retest it with the rebound challenge. It stayed strong. So that one was the internal. Now we're going to do external frontal. So for this one, we'd be going in the incisor, pushing S to I, testing it, strong, left side goes weak. So I know I'm working with the left side. To fix this one, I'll be going to contralateral palate, again going in the mouth with a pair of gloves, applying I to S pressure for 30 seconds, and then coming to the left side, ipsilateral side, working on the left pterygoid, I to S, for 30 seconds as well. The rebound challenge, strong.
3.
Now we're on the nasospheno-cranial fault, sticking with our pec clavicular since we know it's a good indicator muscle and it's already been tested. So for this one, I'm going to rebound challenge on the nasal. I'm going to be pushing S to I, lateral to medial. Check it, strong, check it, it goes weak. So now I know I'll be working with the right side, but I want to know whether it's on inhalation or expiration. So for this one, I'm going to have my patient take a deep breath in, strong, and out, and it goes weak. So since it was strong on the way in, that's where I want to correct it. So for this one, I'm going to have my patient take a deep breath in. I'll be correcting on my patient's deep breath in. I believe I'll be doing this 4 to 5 times. Afterwards, we're going to rebound test it. Strong. Alright, now we're on universal cranial fault, still sticking with our pec clavicular as our muscle since it's a good, we've indicated it's a good testing muscle. So for this one, I'm going to get on my patient's occiput, be twisting it clockwise and counterclockwise. So I'm going to start off counterclockwise. It's strong. I'm going to go clockwise. And it's weak. So I know that it's weak on the clockwise. Figure out with his nose which nostril. So if you can close one of your noses. Clockwise. Weak. Strong. So when he closed his left nostril, it made it weak. And when we went clockwise, it made it weak. So to fix this, I'm going to take his occiput and twist it into counterclockwise rotation. And we're still going to close the left nostril. What we're going to do, apply pressure on it, twisting it counterclockwise 4 to 5 times during my patient's breathing. POR. Okay, once I've done it 4 to 5 times, I'm going to reach down, test it. Oh, actually, let me test that again. Alright, now we're on the suture part of the exam, the last part. We're sticking with our pectoral, our pec clavicular as our indicator muscles, and so that's a good muscle to work with. We've been working with it the whole time. So for the sutures, what we're going to do is I'm going to approximate them together and test it, and I'm going to spread them apart and test it. I want to see which one of those makes it weak. When I find out which one makes it weak, I then want to get in further and find out if that goes weak on inhalation or expiration. So the first one we'll do will be the sagittal one. Just an example. On the sagittal suture, I'm going to approximate it. Strong. Spread it apart. Weak. Okay, so since spreading apart made it weak, I don't want to continue doing that. So I want to do what's making it better, which is approximating it together.
That's false.
Okay, so since I found out that spreading apart makes it weak, I want to figure out if it does it on inhalation or expiration. So I'm going to have you take a deep breath in and test. Strong. Take a deep breath out. Test. Okay, weak. Hold on, just stop it.
Are you sure?
Okay, now we're on the last part, which is sutures. On this one, we're sticking with our indicator muscle, which is our pec clavicular, which we've already distinguished as a good testing muscle. So for this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with the sagittal suture. I'm going to be approximating it, testing it, stay strong, spreading it apart, testing it, and it goes weak. So for these, once it goes weak, I want to figure out if it's on inhalation or expiration. So I'm going to have you take a deep breath in, spread it, strong, breathe out, approximate it, weak. So I'm going to be spreading it apart on a breath in, since I made them strong. I'm going to do this 4 to 5 times on inhalation. And I'm going to retest it. So I'm going to spread it apart. Strong, just to double check. Push it together. Strong. So for all these sutures, first you want to find out what makes it go weak, whether you approximate it or you spread it apart. Once you figure that out, you want to go deeper into it, and you want to see what makes it better on inhalation or expiration, and do the one that makes it better. For this, we'd continue going throughout the entire sutures. So the next would be the coronal suture, which I'd be doing the exact same thing all over again. Actually, coronal suture's over here. I'd be approximating it, spreading it, approximating it, testing it. Is it strong? Spreading it. Is it strong? If it was weak, then I'd spread it on inhalation, spread it on exhalation, see which one made it stronger, and stick with that one. So I do that to all the sutures. The next one would be the lambdoidal suture, which I'd do it, approximate, spread, test both of them. After the lambdoidal suture would be the squamous suture, spread, approximate, go further into exhalation, inhalation to fix it. And then the 3 zygomatic sutures, which the first one's going to be right where it connects over here, the maxilla. The second one's going to be further back, more posterior. And the third one is going to be right here. And so for these, same thing, spread, approximate, spread, approximate, spread, approximate. Whichever one makes it go weak, continuing with that inhalation, exhalation, and then fix it, which makes it go better. And then we'd rebound test it afterwards.